the ultimate weed-fighting garden revolution. Stop everything you're doing right now. What if I revealed that you could eliminate 90% of your weeding chores forever with just 7 strategic plant choices? I'm talking about completely transforming those back-breaking hours of pulling weeds into peaceful moments enjoying a stunning, virtually maintenance-free garden. This isn't some gardening myth or too-good-to-be-true promise. These are battle-tested botanical solutions that experienced gardeners have been quietly using for decades. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share 7 extraordinary plants that will fundamentally change how you think about garden maintenance. These aren't just pretty additions to your landscape, they're nature's own weed elimination squad, working tirelessly 24/7 to keep your garden pristine while you sit back and enjoy the beauty. Before we dive into these garden revolutionaries, I need a quick favor. If you're tired of endless weeding and ready for a smarter approach to gardening, hit that subscribe button for Seniors Gardening Advice right now. We're building an incredible community of wise gardeners who work smarter, not harder. And definitely ring that notification bell because what I'm sharing today will completely transform your gardening experience. Trust me, your future self will thank you for the next 10 minutes you invest watching this. Let's jump right in.
Plant 1. Lavender, the Aromatic Shield. Let me start with the crown jewel of weed prevention. And this first plant is absolutely extraordinary. Lavender. When you plant lavender, you're not just adding beauty to your garden. You're installing nature's most elegant defense system. Picture stepping into your outdoor space and being instantly enveloped by that distinctive, calming fragrance that instantly transports you to Mediterranean hillsides. But here's the fascinating part most gardeners never discover. While you're enjoying that incredible scent, lavender is conducting sophisticated chemical warfare against unwanted plants. The essential oils that create lavender's signature fragrance are actually powerful natural herbicides. These aromatic compounds literally prevent weed seeds from germinating in the surrounding soil. It's like having an invisible protective dome around each lavender plant, silently preventing problems before they start. But lavender's weed-fighting strategy goes far beyond chemical deterrence. Those distinctive silvery green leaves and woody stems create what I call a living mulch system. The dense foliage blocks sunlight from reaching the soil surface, creating an environment where weed seeds simply cannot establish themselves. Meanwhile, those drought-resistant leaves thrive in conditions that most problematic weeds find inhospitable. The transformation I've witnessed in gardens is absolutely remarkable. I've watched gardeners plant lavender borders around their most weed-plagued areas and see complete elimination of unwanted growth within a single growing season. These former problem zones become the most admired sections of the entire garden. And here's the beautiful bonus. Lavender asks almost nothing in return. A quick pruning after the flowers fade, and you're done for the year. Plus, those gorgeous purple flower spikes become valuable harvests for cooking, crafting, aromatherapy, and natural home fragrance. You're solving multiple garden challenges with one incredible plant.
Plant 2. Sweet alyssum, the living carpet. Now, let's explore our second weed warrior, and this one is going to absolutely captivate you. Sweet alyssum. While lavender serves as your aromatic fortress, sweet alyssum functions as your secret ground-level weapon. Don't let those delicate-looking tiny flowers in white, pink, or purple fool you. This charming ground hugger is incredibly aggressive when it comes to territorial control. Sweet alyssum employs what I consider the most effective weed prevention strategy in nature: complete space occupation.
This remarkable plant spreads rapidly and densely, forming what I describe as a suffocating carpet that literally crowds out any competition before it can establish. Those innocent-seeming tiny blossoms create such thorough coverage that weed seeds cannot find even the smallest opening to take root. The evening fragrance of sweet alyssum is absolutely enchanting. As temperatures cool, this little miracle releases waves of honey-sweet perfume that makes your entire garden feel like a romantic retreat. It's nature's own air purification system working around the clock. But here's what makes sweet alyssum perfect for practical gardeners. It's virtually indestructible once established. This tough performer laughs at summer heat, shrugs off drought conditions, and actually becomes more beautiful and more effective as the season progresses. While other plants struggle in challenging conditions, sweet alyssum just keeps blooming and expanding its protective coverage. I especially love recommending sweet alyssum to gardeners who feel overwhelmed by maintenance demands. It's truly a scatter the seeds and forget approach. You simply broadcast seeds in spring, provide some initial watering, and by midsummer you'll have created a fairy tale carpet that prevents weeds while looking absolutely magical.
Plant 3. Creeping Jenny, the golden spreader. Our third botanical champion is going to completely amaze you. Creeping Jenny, also known as moneywort. This vibrant ground cover is like having a living lawn service that never requires fuel, never breaks down, and continuously improves your garden's appearance while working. Those distinctive coin-shaped leaves in bright golden green create such dense coverage that weeds don't have the slightest opportunity to establish themselves. But Creeping Jenny's weed-fighting strategy is particularly clever. It spreads through underground runners that root wherever they contact soil, creating an ever-expanding protective network. Here's something exciting I want to share with our wonderful Seniors Gardening Advice community. Have you experimented with any of these weed-suppressing champions in your own garden? I absolutely love hearing about your discoveries and successes. Please drop a comment below and tell me which plant has you most enthusiastic to try. Your experiences provide valuable inspiration for fellow gardeners in our community, and I personally read every single comment. Creeping Jenny answers the age-old gardening question, how can I quickly cover large areas without physical strain? This incredible ground cover expands at remarkable speed, with a single small plant covering several square feet in just one growing season, forming an impenetrable living barrier. What makes Creeping Jenny truly exceptional is its incredible adaptability. It flourishes in full sun or deep shade, prefers moist conditions but tolerates drought beautifully, and looks stunning trailing over retaining walls or cascading from containers. Those bright yellow-green leaves catch and reflect light, creating an almost luminous effect, especially in shadier areas where other plants appear dull. Once established, Creeping Jenny becomes your garden's most reliable worker. It cheerfully smothers weeds, prevents soil erosion, and creates a lush carpet that feels wonderful underfoot. Some varieties even produce charming tiny yellow flowers that add extra sparkle to your weed-free paradise.
Plant 4. Mint, the culinary guardian. Now we reach our fourth plant, and this revelation is going to completely change your perspective. Mint. Yes, that same herb you use for refreshing beverages and cooking is actually one of nature's most effective weed elimination systems. Here's something most gardeners completely misunderstand. Mint's notorious reputation for aggressive spreading is actually its greatest asset for weed control. While other gardeners complain about mint's invasive tendencies, savvy gardeners like us harness that incredible expansion energy to our advantage. Mint spreads through underground runners called rhizomes that extend faster than wildfire. These runners establish such a comprehensive network beneath the soil's surface that weed seeds cannot find space to establish themselves. It's like maintaining an underground patrol system, working continuously to protect your garden territory. This is where mint becomes absolutely brilliant for practical gardeners. It serves double duty. While aggressively eliminating weeds, you're simultaneously harvesting fresh herbs for cooking, beverages, and natural pest deterrents. Imagine stepping outside your door to clip fresh spearmint for morning tea, knowing that same plant is working tirelessly to maintain weed-free garden beds. But let me share a professional tip that prevents mint from becoming problematic. Plant it in containers or install buried barriers to direct its enthusiasm. This approach gives you all the weed-fighting benefits while maintaining control over mint's territorial expansion. I recommend using large bottomless containers buried at ground level. The mint believes it has freedom to roam, but you're actually channeling its energy precisely where you want it. The fragrance alone justifies growing mint. Simply brushing against the foliage releases that incredible fresh scent that instantly energizes your entire garden space. And the variety options? Spearmint, peppermint, chocolate mint, apple mint. Each brings unique fragrance and flavor profiles while maintaining that same aggressive weed-suppressing nature.
Plant 5. Daylilies, the spectacular suppressors. Our 5th plant is going to make you fall completely in love with beautiful weed prevention. Daylilies. These aren't merely flowers, my friends. They're horticultural celebrities that happen to excel at crowd control. Those magnificent trumpet-shaped blooms in brilliant oranges, sunny yellows, deep reds, and soft pinks aren't just visually stunning. They're supported by one of nature's most effective weed suppression systems. The secret weapon that makes daylilies absolutely unstoppable lies beneath the surface, their root network. Below those spectacular flowers exists a dense network of thick, fleshy roots that spread outward, creating an impenetrable underground barrier. Weeds simply cannot compete with the established root system of mature daylily clumps. It's like trying to plant a garden in concrete. But daylilies' foliage provides additional weed-fighting power. Those long, arching leaves create such thick canopy coverage that they block sunlight from reaching the soil below. It's equivalent to installing a living umbrella system that keeps weed seeds in darkness where they cannot germinate. Unlike plants that look tired by midsummer, daylily foliage maintains lush green appearance throughout the entire growing season. Here's something that will make your gardener's heart absolutely sing. Each individual flower blooms for just one day, which explains their name. But the magic lies in the incredible bud production. Each plant generates so many buds that you enjoy continuous blooming for weeks or even months. It's like hosting a never-ending flower exhibition while your personal weed-fighting army operates underground. Daylilies are remarkably tough performers. They laugh at heat, drought, poor soil conditions, and neglect. They're the type of plants that make you appear like a gardening expert, even if you forget watering for extended periods. I've observed daylilies thriving in conditions that would defeat other plants entirely. The most beautiful aspect of daylilies is how they improve with maturity. As clumps age and expand, they become even more effective at weed prevention. After several years, you'll have gorgeous, ever-expanding patches of continuous color that remain completely weed-free.
When they become crowded, you can divide them to share with friends or extend your weed-free zones. Daylilies are like having dependable friends who become more beautiful and helpful each year. They're the kind of plants that make you feel proud every time you walk through your garden.
Plant 6, Hostas, the shade specialists. Here we arrive at our 6th plant, and this one will solve every challenging shady garden situation you face. Hostas. You know those frustrating areas in your garden where nothing seems to thrive except weeds? Those spots under mature trees, along north-facing walls, or in building shadows where you've abandoned hope of growing anything beautiful. Prepare to rediscover love for those spaces, because Hostas will transform your biggest garden challenges into stunning, weed-free showcases. Hostas function like nature's professional carpet installers, but instead of boring floor covering, they create the most gorgeous living tapestries imaginable. Those magnificent leaves, and the variety is absolutely incredible, from tiny miniatures with leaves the size of coins to giant specimens with leaves larger than serving platters, create such dense coverage that weeds don't even attempt sprouting underneath. What makes hostas absolutely brilliant weed fighters is their broad, overlapping leaf system. I call it a living umbrella network. These leaves efficiently block sunlight, keeping soil beneath cool, moist, and completely unsuitable for weed seed germination. It's like installing natural weed barriers that become more beautiful annually. The color variations are breathtaking. Deep forest greens, chartreuse yellows that practically illuminate shade, blue-greens that appear fairy tale magical, and stunning variegated patterns with white, cream, or yellow edges. Some hostas display leaves so blue they appear hand-painted, while others show such vibrant gold coloring they brighten the darkest garden corners. What you'll absolutely love about hostas is their incredible ease of care. Simply plant them in shady locations, provide regular watering, and watch them develop into magnificent clumps that become more impressive each year. No fussing, no special treatments, no complicated maintenance routines. They represent the ultimate plant and enjoy solution for weed-free shade gardening. Many varieties produce elegant spikes of white or lavender flowers in summer, adding sweet fragrance that attracts hummingbirds and butterflies. Imagine relaxing in your shaded garden sanctuary surrounded by lush, weed-free hostas while hummingbirds dance overhead. That's the kind of garden magic that makes neighbors wonder about your secret.
Plant 7, Ferns, the ancient experts. Now for our final plant, number 7, the ultimate shade gardening treasure, ferns. These ancient beauties have spent over 300 million years perfecting weed suppression techniques, and they're ready to bring that prehistoric expertise to your contemporary garden. Ferns represent incredible weed fighters because they mastered something that required millions of years to perfect, creating the most efficient ground coverage systems on Earth. Those delicate-appearing fronds aren't just beautiful. They're strategic masterpieces that form dense colonies completely dominating their growing space. The secret weapon making ferns unstoppable is their root systems, which create what botanists call rhizome networks. These underground stems spread horizontally, sending up new fronds wherever they travel, creating ever-expanding carpets of lush greenery. Weeds attempting to establish themselves in fern territory face the same challenge as trying to build in the middle of a thriving metropolis. There's simply no available space. The beauty of ferns is absolutely breathtaking. Those feathery, architectural fronds create texture and movement unmatched by any other plants. When gentle breezes move through fern gardens, it's like watching living, breathing artwork. Morning light filtering through those delicate pinnacles creates the most magical, peaceful atmosphere imaginable. Ferns offer incredible diversity. Christmas ferns remain evergreen throughout winter, providing year-round weed suppression and beauty. Japanese painted ferns display silvery fronds that practically glow in shaded areas. Royal ferns grow tall and majestic, creating dramatic focal points while eliminating weeds. Maidenhair ferns bring delicate, fairy tale beauty to the most challenging locations. What makes ferns perfect for practical gardeners is their remarkable adaptability. Most varieties thrive in moist shade, but many tolerate dry conditions once established. They're deer-resistant, require minimal maintenance, and actually become more beautiful as they mature and spread.
Conclusion: your weed-free garden transformation. There you have it, 7 extraordinary plants that will completely revolutionize your relationship with garden weeds. These aren't just attractive additions to your landscape. They're your personal army of weed-fighting warriors, operating around the clock to keep your outdoor spaces beautiful and maintenance-free. Consider this. Instead of spending precious time and energy battling weeds, you could be relaxing in your gorgeous, fragrant garden, surrounded by the colors and textures of lavender, sweet alyssum, creeping jenny, mint, daylilies, hostas, and ferns. These plants prove you don't have to choose between having a stunning garden and having an easy-care garden. You can absolutely have both. The most beautiful aspect is that every single one of these plants becomes more gorgeous and more effective at weed prevention as they mature. You're not just solving this year's weed problems, you're creating long-term solutions that improve with each passing season. Which of these 7 weed-fighting champions excites you most for your garden? Are you ready to establish your own lavender fortress, or perhaps create a mint warrior zone? I want to hear about your plans and gardening victories. Leave a comment below, and let's celebrate the amazing garden transformations you're about to create. If you found these plant secrets as exciting as I do, you absolutely must subscribe to Seniors Gardening Advice right now. We're building an incredible community of smart gardeners who believe gardening should bring joy, not stress. Hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell, because I have countless more game-changing discoveries to share with you. Don't let another season pass struggling with weeds when these incredible plants are ready to handle the hard work for you. Your garden and your back will thank you. Until next time, keep growing, keep discovering, and keep enjoying the wonderful world of gardening. See you in the next episode.